Welcome to Snetterton in Norfolk. It's round 5 of Bennett's BSB for 2024, and it's time for a Friday pit walk after free practice 2. We're outside the Dow Racing Kawasaki garage here. Danny Buchan, of course, has had previous success here at Snetterton, and there were signs of hope and promise last time out at Knock Hill as well, where he was battling inside that top 10. Earlier on, he just missed out on a place inside the top 12, but there were definite signs again in that session that things are working out. Here to storm Stacey's garage and Tom Neve. Tom Neve just struggling. He needs some track time. He's not had much of it so far this year. Stacey, of course, comes here off the back of a brilliant round at Knock Hill. He had a bit of a splash around, but he was just outside the podium places. One of the best performances we've actually seen from Stacey. Hopefully he can build on from that. Next up, here at TAG Racing, they're riding solo this weekend. Their pathway rider, Jamie van Sikelris, the Dutch rider, will be the only rider racing for TAG in Superbikes. That's because, unfortunately, Fraser Rogers, just as he got himself 3 really solid results back at Knock Hill and was up there inside and around that top 6, injured in a training incident on motocross, I believe. He's injured training either way, so Fraser's absent from this round, unfortunately. We're going to try and dodge the super stocks because they're out at the moment, just getting some laps in. Over at FHO Racing BMW, I think it's pretty fair to say there is work to do. Both riders are not where we're expecting to see. Peter Hickman has just really struggled for most of the season. He's not actually finished a race since Alton Park. Of course, he did withdraw a few times. Josh Brooks, though, I mean, look, it's a 2-time British Superbike champion. We expect to see more from Josh. Strong here last year, though, so maybe they can find a setting to make things work. Over here in the Cheshire Mouldings BMW garage, Rory Skinner comes here, rider of the round. Back at his home race at Knock Hill, of course, picking up his first ever Bennett's BSB victory. That is surely going to give him loads of confidence. Next door, of course, super stock champion of a couple of years ago, Davey Todd. Over to the Hawk Racing team now, Lee Jackson and Charlie Nesbitt. Consistent, but maybe not as consistently at the top. Basically, it's the story of the season so far. Both will want to be regularly inside that top 6. The good news is, though, is that they are finishing races. Both Lee and Charlie, at the moment, the only BSB riders who have finished every single race this year inside the points. Moving over to the Completely Motorbikes Kawasaki team of Jason O'Halloran, of course, that wondrous victory at Donington, unfortunately not followed up at Knock Hill, and likewise for his teammate Max Cook. They would have been over the moon to kiss goodbye to Knock Hill. It was not a good round for them. Can they try and pick things up again coming here to Snetterton? Traditionally, a Ducati and Yamaha circuit, by the way. Glenn Irwin in the COVID year 2020, the last non-Yamaha, non-Ducati to win here at Snetterton. Billy McConnell, very solid over at Knock Hill. Just inside the top 12 a moment ago there as well. Leon Haslam. I mean, where is his luck? He never has any, does he, Leon Haslam? It's been a turgid season so far, full of mechanicals, full of injuries, and unfortunately today got no better. I think it was 3 laps in to free practice 1 this morning, and Haslam crashed and took another visit to the medical centre. He's made a tough stuff, though, as we always know. He did get back out in FP2, but he will have to advance through Q1. I'll try not to trip over the paddock stands as we now go past over to Honda. The garage doors are shut here for Dean Harrison. Not quite sure why that is. But as we go over here, Tommy Bridewell, I understand we were going to try and get a word with him, but he's deep in his debriefs at the moment. Tommy is P1. What a season the reigning champion is having so far. More podiums than anyone else. And of course, victorious for the first time this year back at Knock Hill. He's been brilliant. He really has. And I think he's surprised a lot of people. And the thing is, there's more parts to come from Honda as well. He seems so confident. And Tommy at the moment in P1. Next door, Andy Irwin, despite his 2 crashes at Knock Hill, let's not forget in the first race he was on the podium. And that is great to see Andy Irwin back from injury, back where he belongs. Further down here, Christian Idden, of course, a race winner here at Snetterton, and our most recent race winner at Knock Hill as well. Very much a championship contender based on his season results so far, as I just dodged through a bit of traffic here. Couple more garages to go. We've got Ryan Vickers here and Kyle Ride from the OMG Gorilla Racing team. Ryan Vickers' home circuit, he looked good out there, and boy oh boy does he need a big result. Injured at Donington, a crash at Knock Hill, and then withdrawing through illness. He's lost out on 6 points finishes. And Kyle Ride also off colour, a little bit under the weather back at Knock Hill. Both of the OMG Yamaha riders need to get themselves back on the podium this weekend and launch themselves back into that title mix. Danny Kent, so far so good, and he continues that great consistency, always in and around the top 3, fast again today as well. And here is Glenn Irwin's garage, of course. The team are the reigning champions. Glenn Irwin, second last year and second here, just a fraction away from Tommy Bridewell. We're going to catch a word with Glenn now. Glenn, just a quick word based on today. Really unusual conditions, quite muggy out there as well. How has the day gone for you?
Yeah, it's been dead on. We are working through quite a lot of things, and you know, we have some big struggles and some areas where we seem to improve. The last session, we were really strong on an old tyre. Very strong, to be truthfully honest. But we put a new tyre in at the end, and we also changed the chassis. That was a big backward step. I nearly didn't even do a lap time, and on 2 laps where I was losing the front a lot, and I thought, okay, just come in, and then I kind of done a steady third of a lap and pushed a bit in the last 2/3. That was enough to go second. So yeah, our pace is, we're fast and we're confident. We've improved the bike. I think we understand why. Guys are working hard. When you have a weekend like we did at Knock Hill, I'm so determined to have no complacency and to work extremely hard. So I probably don't look overly happy now, because I won't be happy until we have race wins this weekend.
Glenn, it just shows you back at Knock Hill, things can unravel really quickly over a weekend, through no fault of your own, that is, but that's sometimes what is dished up in racing.
Yeah, look, it's Knock Hill also had positives. You know, I really enjoyed the wet conditions, probably the best I personally felt in heavy rain. At the end of race 3, we were the quickest man on track the last couple of laps, so a lot of positives to take from it. Yeah, we had a mechanical, you know, that is what it is, but all the guys are going to have them at some point, so you know, we don't dwell on it, but we also had a really bad feeling in the dry in areas that have been creeping in at points this year. We maybe got away with them due to our success at Alton and other things like that, so now we need to focus on improving the bike. And it's weird, you find one thing one week and you think that's the direction, and then maybe here it's an opposite direction. So I'm working the guys hard, and I wasn't even too keen on doing this interview because I'm in there now banging my brains with the boys, and we need to work hard to win this weekend.
We'll let you get back in there. Thanks for talking to us, Glenn.
Thanks.
Thanks to Glenn Irwin there. They're busy then trying to work at it. So a couple of things just to bring to your attention about Snetterton before I give you all the info about where you can watch it. This place is a bit of an omen for the championship. If you look all the way back through the last 8 seasons, the eventual champion has always picked up a win here at Snetterton, something just to look out for. And also the weather here this weekend. I have to be honest, it's not looking fantastic. We had rain back at Knock Hill. There is rain forecast Saturday and Sunday, but you just never know here at sunny Snet. This is how you can watch it throughout the whole weekend. Saturday, we are live on Eurosport 2 and, of course, on the Discovery Plus app from 1 till 6. And on Sunday, not only are we live on Eurosport 2 again, but we are live, free to air on Quest, 1 till 6 o'clock. It's round 5 from Snetterton in Norfolk. Don't miss a lap.